Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the story of my story. Thank you for making it possible here. Today, we're going to meet a wonderful person by the name of Rajeev Kher. Today, it's my privilege to welcome two people here. You already said hello to Vishwas Mahajan. Now it's the Shekhar Potnis, who along with Mr. Vishwas Mahajan, I would invite them on stage. Please come. It's now my privilege to hand over the dais to them to take it up and launch formally the Social Impact Group. Thank you.
So, Shekhar has announced that he has a bad tooth and he can't speak. So, I'm going to do speaking on his behalf. So first of all, thank you very much for being here, and some of the core group members we met about a week, 10 days back. Manohar went through some of the stuff that we do at TiE, but it's only the glimpse. The only way to experience TiE really is to be a part of this whole thing. And I am seeing more and more people being a part of that. So I invite you to do that. There's tremendous volunteering opportunities, there's tremendous networking opportunities and more. Very interesting people, very accomplished people come and spend time with us. Just day after tomorrow, we are having Persistence co-founder and managing director Anand Deshpande is spending full day with 22 entrepreneurs, helping them understand how to scale their company. And who better than Anand Deshpande to do that, right? This is just one, and there are so many other such people. They keep coming all the time. Some of you may have already seen a feature in Economic Times yesterday. How many of you saw Economic Times feature yesterday? It was one full page on entrepreneurship. So we plan to come up with a feature every other Wednesday to help foster entrepreneurship. And this is something that is a new initiative that was not covered. It's so new that it didn't still find its way into the PowerPoint. But these are just some of it. What we've seen is that while a lot of these things we talked about are at a really horizontal level in terms of the impact that we make on the generic entrepreneurship, funding, mentoring, inspiration, all those things. But we find that if we can create smaller groups that have common interests, it actually helps them to come together and build a mini ecosystem of that particular vertical or affinity group or interest group, we would call it. So that's how this whole launch of special interest group is in that context. The first one to get launched was the IoT or Internet of Things group. Now obviously this is a technology affinity group. So they're really looking at where this technology is going, and various entrepreneurs, not just entrepreneurs but also other ecosystem players, whether they're semiconductor manufacturers or automobile companies or healthcare companies, they're all coming together to understand how Internet of Things is impacting them and what are the opportunities that entrepreneurs are working in. The second group that we launched is Women Entrepreneurship, Special Interest Group. And obviously this is a gender oriented affinity group. Obviously because they have, as women, they have common challenges that they can come together and help each other solve. So that is women entrepreneurs. That is actually pretty active. So I do see some women here in this room, and I would urge, if you're not already part of that group, be a part of that group. We have basically very active group there. And in fact, the Women Entrepreneurship group is actually hosting a very accomplished women entrepreneur, Ashwini Deshpande. For those of you who know, she started Elephant Design 25 years ago. And that's India's premier design agency, one can say, with lots of international awards. She's the person behind that. She's going to be with us, telling her story just 1 week from now, right in this room. So I invite you to attend that as well. The concept of special interest group is really sustained by the energy of the members of the group, because they know what is best for them. They know what kind of events, programs, ecosystems, relationships that they should form. TiE becomes a facilitator to bring everything together, right? I'm very happy to say that there's another very interesting group that is being launched, and I'm happy that Keith is here on the 7th of October in collaboration with People Movers, which is actually bringing communities, government, education communities, business communities like us together on a common platform across locations. We are launching it between Detroit and Pune on the 7th of October. So you can see a number of, so the canvas is really big. We have always, in TiEcon, we've always had a session on social entrepreneurship or impact entrepreneurship. This is really where we get people who are solving larger social problems, if you will, in an enterprising way. So we always look at entrepreneurship as a key to that, and we are really not looking at NGO kind of a disposition there. So here, and we've been talking about this, so I'm happy that Shekhar took lead, and he actually is bringing this whole ecosystem together, and I'm so happy that Pune's, I can say, two of the most committed and most famous social entrepreneurs are here today on the stage. Of course, Rajeev, who is our storyteller today, and Rajeev, who is the facilitator. We couldn't have got two better people to launch this special interest group today in the city of Pune. So first of all, I want to thank both of them and welcome them for this. And we have a sweet task of announcing that the SIG, the Special Interest Group of Impact Entrepreneurship, is formally open today. And we will take many things forward. We've had already some discussions on it. So if you are in that space, this is a great time to connect and see what we can do together. Bring pieces of this ecosystem together and move it forward so that we can make a better impact together.
Namaskar and good evening.
Good evening.
Rajeev is actually, he should do modeling, but he is doing some other work. And it is very difficult to take an interview of such a handsome person and a successful social entrepreneur. A successful social entrepreneur. Rajeev, I am not going to take much time to explain about yourself. First of all, thank you very much, TiE, Mahajan sir, Putni sir, all the members. And next, how many? 1 hour?
Yes. Yeah.
1 hour.
Between 50 minutes to 60 minutes. It is all Rajeev, Rajeev and Rajeev. Rajeev, my first, not question. Please tell us from your childhood to young Rajeev, college going Rajeev, and then we'll take it from.
My childhood was predominantly in Pune, and maybe some years outside. My father was in the army, and my mother was a teacher in the university. She retired as the head of the department of foreign languages in the university. So very typical middle class upbringing. And
Very important.
And I went to St. Vincent's School. In fact, one of my classmates is also here from school. We've been in class from 1st standard to 10th standard. Okay, some more Vincentians also. So I went to St. Vincent's. After that, Ferguson College. Then I did my MBA from Symbiosis, and I happened to land up an internship in Canada. So till then I was very much a Pune. Typical, yeah. So I spent my time, a lot of time in Vaishali, lot of time in.
Vaishali produced a lot of good people.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I think now I can't do justice to that. But till now, I think in my young days I had a great time. I don't think I studied as much. I was an average student really, and but I always had this this urge about doing something different. And I happened to land up a job in Canada where I was working in the finance and marketing space really. But I didn't really like what I was doing and I quit. And I decided to do something on my own. So for some time I was...
Why is it so? Any specific reason?
गवाराची भाजी आणि पोळी तिकडे मिळायचं नाही म्हणून खूप जास्त थंडी पुण्याची सवय म्हणून झाली की यू डोंट गो एनीवेअर एल्स सो but it was very stereotyped in the sense that I think many of us over here